Don People's Deadbolt. Let's talk about it. So, man, we got to get into this Young Thug situation, man, with his lawyer filing to get my man out of jail due to the unhumane conditions that were taking place in the jail. Now, mind you, they moved him from Fulton County, which I totally agree is unhumane conditions. From a person that spent the night in there one night, I will tell you, coming for a thug is living, that's definitely unhumane. But no, he went up the road and they got him transferred out to Cobb County, which I can attest to from being in there one night also, that Cobb County is not as dirty and trifling, obviously, as Fulton County. But with Young Thug, being in a situation now where he has to look at four walls and, he can't really have too much human interaction, especially with inmates, being that he's a high profile one. He's in a situation now where I think my man is contemplating the unthinkable. Now, he's sitting in this cell, man, and he all this stuff is going through his head, you can imagine. He's in a situation now where they got a RICO over his head. The state is coming for him. And he's probably looking at his own mortality like, yo, man, I can really be in here for 25 plus years due to my record and the fact that they got me as the leader of this organization. Now, obviously, after spending a little bit over a week, going on 2 weeks in, the jail, and even though, my man's been in jail before, he's done time as a juvenile and stuff, but when you used to eating steak and shrimps, driving foreigns, and sleeping on California beds and just the best of mattresses and linens, and to go from that to the jail, which the official said this is not the Ritz-Carlton, would definitely be more of a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you look at old pictures of Thug, obviously he looks like a person that was fresh out of jail. But now, living the life that he's living now, with his kids and just, having time of being a millionaire. Thug has been a millionaire for probably over 10 years now. So, to go back to a situation where he's familiar with being locked up, but now just on a different type of time, I just think that he's questioning everything right now. Because you got to think, with him, Gunna, a couple of the other high ranking dudes, it's not really about like, will they be able to get back to their profession or doing what they're doing? They have enough money to where, especially Thug and Gunna, that if they did want to flip, yeah, I mean, their street rep would be messed up forever. Obviously it would be a major shock to the street niggas in the game. But these dudes got enough money to where they can just go ahead and get little. They don't never have to be seen again. They can be in witness protection, with their bread and be cool. They don't need, to eat off the public no more because they still will be millionaires. And I strongly think is that what these dudes is contemplating right now. Because the numbers that they're going to throw out to them will easily put Thug, who is now 30, into his 50s. Gunner will put him close to 50. I think Gunner, if he decides to ride it out, take a plea or whatever, I don't think neither one of them would do no less. I think Thug is going to do no less than 15. Gunner wouldn't do no less than 7. Now, I think for a situation that these dudes is in is really going to test their might, because obviously we got 6ix9ine out the game for what 6ix9ine did, for ratting and turning on his crew. Even though, looking back on 6ix9ine case with all the stuff that was going on, had a little bit of justification to get himself out of that situation. But with Thug and Gunner, there ain't no justification. That, you guys weren't getting extorted. You guys were actually head members of this gang, especially Thug being one of the founders. Obviously, Gunner, you the bread. You know what I'm saying? All y'all was tight knit. So it ain't about getting extorted or no stuff, nothing like that. It's just more so you are now in a situation to where they're going to offer you a chance at freedom. But obviously, you're going to have to put that stain on your name. And I think with Thug reaching out to his lawyer and putting himself in a situation to where, he just, he's stressing to get out. Are you really going to be able to sit for 20 years? Now, obviously, you're not going to be in jail. You will be in prison, moved off into your camp, which is a little bit different than obviously being in jail. But are you going to be able to be incarcerated that amount of time? And I think that's what's getting questioned right now, because for his lawyer to throw a bold-faced lie out there, knowing that they were going to do something like invite the press in for them to see, exactly what was going on in the jail, which they did, it now shows that, hey, you're not in an unhumane condition. You're just in jail. So that's what we have to come to the grips with. My man is now in a situation to where he is in jail, and he has to realize that. This is not, some, day camp or anything like that. And I think now it's all starting to set in. Now that the designer drugs are wearing off, you just in there with your thoughts, because you're not in general pop, so you can't get stuff. It's just a real bad situation. And I think this is the side of the streets that nobody wants to talk about. They put this in a box and then they stay away from it. They don't want to talk about this. So this is something that we have to take note on. That Thug and Gunner might be in a situation to where they willing to work something out, because they're cracking behind the pressure of being behind that wall and not being pressed by other inmates, but just missing all their worldly things. So I really want y'all to get in the comment box, man, and let me know what y'all think. Now that Young Thug's lawyer has been caught lying about the unhumane conditions, are we starting to really see that Thug might be cracking behind jail walls? And is he considering the unthinkable? But I want y'all to get in the comment box, man, and let me know what y'all think, man. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification tab so y'all can tap in every time I drop a video. It's your boy, Don Peoples. Deadbolt. Gone.